Ini selalu kita sebutkan. Pada tahun 1940-an, di kawasan itu yang ada adalah peta Palestina, tidak ada peta Israel. Inilah tahapan-tahapan bagaimana negara Palestina yang dulu, yang semuanya kawasan itu adalah Palestina, berganti jadi negara Israel. Jelas ini adalah sebuah pencaplokan wilayah, penjajahan. Lauren Bott, seorang perempuan berkebangsaan Inggris. Kabarnya dia adalah adik ipar dari mantan Perdana Menteri Inggris, Tony Blair. Sebelum masuk Islam, dia berprofesi sebagai reporter media Barat, khususnya media Inggris.
Clear at the moment, Israel saying one thing, the people behind me saying something entirely different. I'm joined now by Lauren Booth, a journalist and activist who was on one of those ships in 2008, am I right? Give us a sense, first of all, of what these boats were doing.
These boats were taking 10,000 tons of humanitarian aid, such as cement and building materials that aren't allowed into Gaza, to rebuild after Operation Cast Lead when Israel decimated the Gaza Strip.
Pada tahun 2008, Lauren Bott pergi ke Palestina untuk meliput kehidupan orang-orang Palestina yang diblokade oleh Israel. Bott terkesan dengan kehidupan orang-orang Palestina. Kemudian pada tahun 2010, dia memutuskan untuk memeluk agama Islam. Bott sangat berpengalaman dengan Palestina. Ketika terjadi perang Israel-Palestina, dia banyak diminta pendapatnya tentang situasi di Palestina. Salah satunya ini.
This is a long, extended era of pain for the Palestinian people, where their resources and their land have been stolen deliberately and maliciously by Zionists and Zionism and that unethical, I should say, way of dominating a population. So it's not a new thing. Shh, be quiet. Don't open your mouths. Don't even say the word Palestine. Well, you can't. The word won't leave their lips because they don't understand the situation. You know, anybody who has not looked into who the people of Palestine are and their struggle, you have no right to even comment about what is going on now, because you have no idea about the pain that the people have had to go through. Subhanallah. So to celebrities who don't know this inside and out, to the people in the pubs, to the people in the West, talking over the internet, to the trolls, shush, this is not your time, be quiet. If I come into your home, A'udhu Billah, if I come into your home, beat your wife, kill your children and kick you out of your home, and years later you kick the door in and try to get home, and you're in the house saying, this is my house, who is defending what here? There is no self-defense ideal when you're squatting on people's land, when you are deliberately and continually killing people and starving them of their human rights. This is not self-defense. This is what they've wanted all along. Netanyahu stood just a couple of weeks ago in the European Union, or at the United Nations. Netanyahu stood at the United Nations just a couple of weeks ago with a map that completely erased any Palestinian presence at all. This is their excuse to enact upon that, but they had the plan anyway. This is what they've wanted to do. If you see the disgusting words coming out from Israeli news media, from their Zionist politicians, and from so-called supporters of Israel, you'll see: annihilate the Palestinians, kill their kids, take their land, make them suffer, push them into Egypt. Their agenda is very, very clear. That's not self-defense. That is ethnic cleansing. That's depopulation. You know, there's a couple of moments in history that it's worth reflecting upon when we look at the possibility of Jerusalem having peace. And that was, the first one I'll bring up is when Umar radiallahu an, the conquest of Jerusalem from then the Crusader Christians who had massacred all the Jews and all of the people living in Jerusalem when they took it 1,000 years ago and before and before. And when Umar radiallahu an, he arrived there and he said, I won't pray in the Christian church. I'll pray outside because this has a right to exist. This is part of the history and I don't want it to be taken away after I've prayed in there. And to this day, there is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, one of the holiest sites in Christianity, and around the corner a tiny little mosque called Masjid Umar, right? And then there followed a period where the Jews were actually welcomed back by the friend of the Prophet Muhammad. Did you know that? They were welcomed back. Subhanallah. And then the Ottomans came. And for 500 years, there was a thriving society of 3 faiths. Subhanallah. It is possible, but it is not possible with Zionism because they do not want it. It is not what they want. They want a Jewish-only state, a Jewish-only Jerusalem, and they don't want Christians or Muslims there. And we have to be very clear about that because they make it clear. And the Prophet ﷺ said to tell them, but here's the difference. Our dead are in Jannah and yours are in Jahannam. And then Allah Ta'ala tells us in the Holy Qur'an, don't say the shaheed are dead, for truly we know that they are alive. And I have seen this from brothers who have reported directly to me the shaheed that they've seen of their friends 7 years after they've been buried, fresh like the day before, the smell of musk coming from them. And wallahi, brothers and sisters, the Palestinians see angels. In other wars, I have had friends call me and say, sister, I wish you were here. And I'm saying, why would you wish me to be under the bombs? I love you, but... And they're like, wallahi, because the Sakina has descended and the angels are amongst us. Subhanallah, miracles exist. Trust Allah, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil, and shaddi kalbi, strengthen our hearts. This is not a time for crying, this is a time for steadfastness. And wallahi, in the dictionary, next to the word for steadfast, should be one word, Palestine. So let's remember, brother, as well at this time, okay, that Shaitan wants us to feel hopeless. Shaitan wants us like this, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. That's not Islam. Put the phone down and go to your prayer mat and sit there. It doesn't matter if it's prayer time. And just say, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Qudus, Ya Salam, Ya Allah, victory to the oppressed people, victory to your slaves, victory to your servants. Oh Allah, bless them. Oh Allah, bless them. Make your dhikr, strengthen your heart through the dhikr. Allah, curse the oppressors. Allah, bless the Palestinians with victory. Ameen.